And what is Teach Africa, and why are you here, and why is it meaningful? Phase 1 of Teach Africa is to bring together superintendents, principals, curriculum specialists, so that you can meet people working in different sectors on the ground in Africa, and people who have an interest in Africa.
In the West, we often have a notion or misconception that we need to teach the world or educate the world. I think it's Africa that needs to educate us and to teach us.
Asked whether my country was a town in Nigeria. Or sometimes I was asked whether I lived on a tree. Sometimes I would joke and would say that the U.S. ambassador's tree is next door to mine.
Teach Africa was really intended not only to provide new methodologies and materials, but to shatter the stereotypical images of the continent of Africa that so abound in the United States.
Teaching Africa, of course, I mean, there's nothing so important in so many ways, as the question of teaching Africa. The images of Africa that continue to dominate the popular imaginations sometimes stand in the way of understanding the continent.
We have to really think of this as a way to help people understand each other.
The Africa Society, through education, our mission is to be the premier entity that, together with our partners such as UCLA, the Discovery Channel Global Education Partnership, and the U.S. Agency for International Development, we are starting another movement in this country.
These kinds of projects can't happen without partnerships. You really do have to partner. USAID, Dr. Sarah Moten, who you'll hear from later. These relationships are very important.
I don't have a job. I have a commitment to Africa. In the last 4 years, we've provided 400,000 scholarships for girls, primary through high school, to go to school on the continent.
A larger production, an educational program about Africa that is being produced by Africans from an African perspective. And it is going to be used as an educational tool both in Africa and in the United States. It is a lasting resource that we're able to produce thanks to USAID and our partnership with the Africa Society.
But we wanted to make sure that that event had legs, that it would produce something that would be useful for hopefully even years in the future. So we're taking that as an experience that these individuals are having and recording it on video and then putting it together with a whole lot of footage from across Africa to develop a video series, a teaching tool about Africa.
How could it be in a large country like this, only 2 blacks in a textbook? Because it seems to me we need to introduce legislation to teach Africa.
I think more than anything, this trip re-inspired me and redirected me as an educator to really come back and share with my students what I learned in Africa. And joining us as we begin our movement, the nationwide movement, as Bernadette talked about, to increase the base of knowledge about Africa in our country and in our schools.
The more we're bringing the universe to Africa, the more I realize that I have a lot to learn, and we have a lot to learn from Africa.
It's important that we understand Africa, that we respect Africa.
That I'm very pleased to be here because learning about Teach Africa and learning about the potential of really shifting the image of Africa here in this country, shifting the way students think about Africa, I think it really does bring part of what I think will be very hopeful in a world where we already know our students are more global, are more caring, do understand how important it is to be part of the global economy and the global world, and I think that putting Africa in the center of it is key to that. So thank you.